Good day, I'm Carrie Ann Smith, and this is your JIS News for Friday, July 10. Ground has been broken for the third Alternative Energy Initiative, which should bring 115 megawatts of power to the national grid. Content Solar joins Wigton and BMR with a project to deliver 20 megawatts of solar power by July 2016. When the work is completed, Content Solar will be the largest solar farm in the Caribbean, with 92,000 panels occupying 160 acres of land in Content Village, Yorktown, Clarendon.
More renewable energy to the power grid will help us to reduce electricity costs. This is something that we must achieve in the shortest possible time to cut costs for businesses and households and drive economic growth.
The $62 million project is financed with $47 million from the Overseas Private Investment Corporation and other private investors. 260 people in and around the community will get jobs.
I know that is not a labor-intensive project, but I'm going to call upon the citizens, young men, young women, who will get a break on this job to do your best and to do Jamaica proud.
The lower house of Parliament has passed a bill that will modernize Jamaica's public procurement laws to encourage economic growth. Among other things, the bill calls for setting aside a certain portion of government contracts for micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs.
For example, if a procurement is to be done, let us say of a cost of $10 million, for example, certain contractors and suppliers at a higher grade will not be allowed to bid on those procurements. Those procurements will be reserved only for the MSME sector.
The new public procurement bill provides for the establishment of the Procurement Policy Office. It also establishes the Public Procurement Commission, which will remove and replace all provisions related to the National Contracts Commission from the Contractor General's Act. The Procurement Review Board's functions will also be strengthened and expanded. The Ministry of Health, through the National Council on Drug Abuse, has launched a campaign to discourage ganja smoking. The campaign, dubbed Ganja, Know the Facts, Know How to Act, is particularly targeted at young people and other vulnerable groups.
As far as the effects of cannabis misuse are concerned, research shows that certain groups such as adolescents, pregnant women, or unborn children are people with a disposition towards mental disorders are significantly more likely to be harmed than others.
One goal of the public awareness campaign is a 15% reduction in the number of young people who start smoking ganja while in school.
We aim to, first of all, reduce by 30% the number of persons arrested for possession in public for over 2 ounces of ganja. And this, we aim to do this by 2017. We hope to reduce by 30% the caseload on the criminal courts for possession of ganja, and this too at a timeline of 2017.
The International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Department of the U.S. Embassy has pledged to support the public education program to the tune of $53,000. $4.5 million has been donated to establish a cancer fund for children at the Bustamante Hospital. The donation was made by Lime Foundation on Wednesday and will offset the cost of specialized medical care for pediatric patients battling cancer. Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson has lauded the private sector company's donation, which he says is consistent with government's commitment to provide a holistic and comprehensive health care system. In the meantime, he revealed that following Cabinet's approval of the primary health care renewal policy in January, a 10-year development plan will be crafted for the sector this year.
That development plan has to consider the devastation being caused by non-communicable diseases on the population, including children.
And finally, 77 adults from the Majesty Gardens community have graduated from the Jamaica Foundation for Lifelong Learning, JFL's High School Diploma Equivalency Program. The 2-year program got support from the Planning Institute of Jamaica and the Citizen Security and Justice Program. The adult learners acquired key competencies in literacy and numeracy. At a ceremony Wednesday, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller charged the graduates to use their improved educational status to lift the image of the inner city community.
Never stop improving yourselves. Keep on moving higher and moving up. We are on a mission to change the lives of the people of Southwestern St. Andrew. And you are changing lives in Majestic Gardens.
Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites said his ministry would be helping the learners to further their development.
Any of you who want to go to Hart, you may not make it the first cut, but make sure that you enroll. We will make it possible for you because this is just the first step forward.
$15 million was spent to deliver the program. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Carrie Ann Smith. Thanks for watching.